Hello, beautiful soul family. I hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are on this journey. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so nice to have you guys. Um, I wanted to do a video on a topic that I know many people have talked about, where there's been some concerns and stuff about World War III, or a war, a breakout of a large war. And the reason why I kind of wanted to do this video was because a couple weeks ago, I was looking at the energies for the month of July, and in doing so, I was given two words that were back to back, and it did talk about war and it talked about the month of August. So I found that kind of interesting, and at that point I was just trying to focus on the month of July, but it was something I wanted to come back to. So here we are. I wanted to do some crystal ball gazing, look into the tarot and see kind of what's the energies of that going on. My perspective on that, to be honest, is I don't really see something big like that happening, but I'm gonna see what I can find out with the tarot and the crystal ball and see if that matches up with what I'm feeling intuitively. And we're gonna kind of get into it. So please know it's for entertainment purposes. In terms of me reaching out to you, I will never reach out to you for a tarot reading or anything of that matter. So please be aware of any scammers out there. If you are interested in a personal reading or connecting with me, you can go to readingswithbreanne.com, where you can reach me there. So I was getting lots of different, I was kind of connecting prior to coming on here, and I was getting like so many different random words. So I can kind of try to dissect them a little bit and go over them with you, but there was a heavy energy of spirit coming out. I mean, I have talked about Canada before, but there was something about Canada. They said Canada, and then they were talking about an event as well, and they were saying our rant, losing it, and there's some terror in there as well, was the word that came up. So again, I'm not at all trying to put any fear out there. I really think a lot of this is honestly kind of a big show, and it's made, there's certain agendas out there that are still kind of being pushed to put fear into us, but I really get this feeling that's not what's going on at all. And I kind of thought of it like this, like the other day, to give you guys kind of a quick, I guess, analogy. My daughter and I went to one of those VR places where you can put on the VR, you can go into this virtual reality game, and it was a cool experience. But it completely tricks your mind, right? You're in there, you're on this cliff, you're falling, all your senses, it looks like you're falling, your brain thinks it's falling, like all your senses think you are falling down this cliff. And in actuality, you're just standing on a stable floor with nothing around you. Like, that's kind of the thing, where it's like there's so many of these things that are put out there in our reality, and it's nothing more than just this fake news, this fear. And I mean, many of you guys already know that, but again, it's always interesting to kind of look into the energies and see what's going on there. So this one is dedicated to kind of looking into if there's any potential for war, World War III. One other thing I wanted to actually mention is, I know some of you that are aware of lovely Brad and his channel, and the Cozy Rev Mirror. He's talked about that. I was gonna actually do a video on that, but I know he's also done one, so we'll see if I kind of maybe come on and we can go through some experiences. But I was planning on doing that tonight, because if you look at the dates with that Kazi Rev Mirror, what I was kind of getting at to kind of link these together, it's a really powerful time to increase the psychic awareness and your psychic abilities. But it's more powerful, this mirror is more powerful when certain planet alignments come together, and we actually have the moon transitioning into Virgo, the sign of Virgo here. And anyway, this I mean, I'm not an astrologer, so please do check your astrologer for any specific information, but in terms of this moon transits into Virgo, when it does that, your psychic awareness is so much more increased here. So I'm really curious. I'm planning on spending some time in that Kazi Radmir tonight, and I want to see kind of the energies and see psychically what I can see and what's going on from there. So I just wanted to say, for on this day, on what is it, the 11th, it's a very good day for psychic awareness. So for those of you who want to tap into that intuition and really go deep with it, this is a perfect day for that. So all right, so let's get started. I'm going to spend a few minutes and see what I can see within the crystal ball, and I will let you guys know. Okay, this is going to sound absolutely bizarre, and I'm sure this is a symbolism. I don't know exactly what this specific thing symbolizes, so I'm gonna have to look it up, but I'm seeing a throne, like a king's throne or a queen's throne, and there's actually a platypus sitting on it. So bizarre, I know. That's the last thing I expected to see, was a platypus sitting in a throne here. So intuitively, I'm gonna Google this is symbolism of a platypus, but intuitively here, what I'm getting with this image is it's like things are not what they seem. And that's kind of exactly what I was getting at before. It's like if you look at the platypus, it's kind of a mystery. It has this massive like beak, and it's just, it's interesting. There's some kind of a mysterious mystery behind it, right? For its appearance anyway. And when you look at the appearance, it's like it's not really what it seems, is what I keep getting. Things are not what it seems. So interesting. I'm gonna quickly look up the symbolism of a platypus, and we can go from there. I love this. So it says the power of the platypus, the symbolism and the meaning. So it's talking about individuality and two opposing forces coming to balance. How perfect is that? So when it comes to like the energy of the question, will there be World War III? It's this image is almost summing the entire thing up, which is quite interesting after I read that, because it's like opposing forces coming together in union. And you know what's interesting too? I have been doing some tarot reads on like Canada, and I did one on France the other day. And it's like kind of this theme where it's like, okay, things are a little bit rocky right now. There's some conflict, there's some hurdles, but there's a victory that's coming here. There's a victory that's around the corner. And I got that with, I believe, Mr. JT. I got that in France. It's like this victory. The Six of Wands comes out as a victory. So when I look at this image pertaining to war, I don't get anything in terms of a big war, you guys. I really don't. I feel like certain governments, certain leaders, I guess you can say, are really working together in hand in union, and it's coming together. It's two opposing forces balancing. That's quite beautiful there. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more I can go into with the platypus here, but again, yeah, it's processing difficult emotions and getting in touch with your inner wisdom again. And that's a great time to do that, working on the intuition, the inner wisdom today. Perfect alignment in the astrology for that, for the 11th. Now, it's kind of interesting. It says here the platypus can sometimes arrive in your life because it's your awareness. It's stirring up curiosity and revealing things. It's, adventure, unique experiences, but there's just this energy of like self-love, staying true to yourself. Okay, and embracing your soul's purpose here. So very, very nice. It brings a lot of peace and balance is what I got from that image. So quite interesting. Let's see if there's anything else, but for some reason I'm just getting that was a big message. And it's very, very clear. There's a platypus sitting on a throne. So this is kind of interesting as well. I'm seeing like all these different symbols and shapes, like hieroglyphics more or less, kind of flooding into the earth, like certain frequencies that are really uplifting Mother Nature and the earth here, but it's like they're hieroglyphic symbols coming down. And they're really uplifting. They're really like even if we're not aware of it, these aren't things that we can see. These are energetic symbols that are flooding down here. And I see a beautiful like heart. It's a big heart, but it's in like different colors as well. It's like the unity, I guess, when you think of the rainbow, it's like coming together no matter what background you are, no matter what challenges you've been through, it's coming together. Interesting. I don't see anything really. I'm not seeing any like big conflicts. It feels like a bit of a show here. And like I said, it may look on the outside like things are bad and things are getting worse, but underneath the surface, there is something that's cleansing, there's something that's healing. There's a lot of, let's see here. It's kind of interesting because they're giving me like the word foe and woe. So it's like the enemies, our enemies and our worries, the stress. They're saying it's inner mind. It's in the mind. It's like this isn't real. You know, it's looks like it is. It's kind of going back to the analogy with when you have that VR set on, you have it on, it looks like you're falling down the cliff. You can see it, it feels like it senses your body is sensing that you're falling, but you're not. You're standing on a cement ground and you're not going anywhere, right? It's kind of that same thing, the same comparison is what I'm getting here. Let's look into the tarot and see what's coming out. See if it kind of correlates with is there going to be, you know, not to dismiss saying that there is no wars or there's no conflicts. There definitely are conflicts and wars going around in parts of the world, definitely. But it's like they're shrinking, they're shrinking, they're shrinking. It's like they're not going to get bigger is what I'm seeing. But let's get into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. All right, what's the energy? Is there going to be an outbreak or a World War III? What's the energy of that? All right, well, there's our conflict. We got the Five of Wands, so there's definitely some heated up conflict. We're gonna pull some clarifiers and see is this conflict, you know, what's really happening there behind the scenes. We're working together though, working together. All right, bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So it is kind of interesting because I think I'm actually gonna get ready to pull some clarifiers. If we look at that past card, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is kind of symbolizing that working together. So, you know, it's almost that energy of like, okay, if we're working together, if there's things working behind the scenes, is this conflict gonna get bigger? Is it gonna, you know, dial down a little bit? But we have the Two of Swords over that situation as well. So let's keep going. Let's pull a couple more cards before we dive into it too much here. It's the energy of a World War III, Spirit. All right. Okay, so let's pull a couple oracles. What's the energy of war? We have fertility, growth, lots of growth here. Interesting. Intuition. What was I talking about? That intuition is really strong today, you guys. And we do, okay, we have accelerated motion twice here. That's quite interesting. So it does look like there is some kind of, possibly accelerated motion pertaining to conflict. It does look like a lot of conflict. Eight of Wands is a lot of fast moving, coming from all different angles here. So it does feel like things are really heating up here for the collective. Here, I'm not sure how much you guys can see with that. I guess I'll just have to hold it up for you guys. So it's kind of interesting here because we've got the present there and we've got the energy of the collective here. So we have the Five of Wands, which is, yes, a lot of conflict, some intense times, and the Eight of Wands is, fast. It's fast moving. It's that feeling of, it's a scene of conflict, competition here. A little bit of chaotic, but at the same time, this is Eight of Wands is really indicating movement forward, progress. And if we look at the next card here, the Eight of Cups, so this is walking away. So it does look like there's lots of energy to support moving away from troubled waters here. Even though things are going to heat up a little bit, there is a sense of moving out of troubled waters. So I mean, we will definitely look at the rest of the cards, but the general gist, if you look at that past, there was a lot of hard work that went in to, let's say, defeating whatever you want to call them, the black hats, or, seeding out the people or the certain whatever, maybe some of them weren't even actual humans, but seeding out the ones. This is like a defeat, a surrender here. So we've worked hard at where we are headed and where we're going. But I really love the fact that we have the Eight of Cups and that Page of Cups there, because there's this sense of renewal here, and it's gonna be fast, a lot of quick movement here. We got accelerated motion. Again, we've got Eight of Wands, fast accelerated motion all over the world as well. This is not just going to be in Canada or the States, this is globally here. So based off of the rest of the cards coming out, I do think there will be a fast movement forward in terms of achieving success, because I yet again have this Four of Swords. This Four of Swords, look, and the Four of Swords, two different decks came out here. And I keep getting this Four of Swords. I got this when I was looking at France. And I kept getting the word rejuvenation, reset and rejuvenation. This is a reset in terms of working together in union. And the opposing forces, the platypus, it's coming together and bringing unity here. I don't see a war at all. Again, with this conflicted energy, it looks like it's way worse than it truly is, but it's showing here over the situation. We have the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. So a lot of the times the Two of Swords, this is representing a difficult situation that needs to be made. It could be a decision that seems almost impossible to resolve, but there is hope here. There is a moving out of these difficult situations or difficult times here. But overall, it's really depicting this energy of moving forward, moving out of a conflicted situation here. And I think a lot of it will also be related to the finances, money as well. Here you have the Ace of Pentacles, and on top of that you have that Nine of Pentacles on the other side, five of Pentacles there. So it's like coming out of the cold here. The life is definitely taking a big turn. The circle I want to say like the world, the world card I keep seeing in my head here. It's like the tides are turning. There's this new cycle coming here. But we also have, if we look at the near future, we've got that Three of Cups and the Four of Swords here. And I really feel like this is us. This is the collective reflecting on certain strides forward, certain positive movement, or it's like celebrating the accomplishments we make over the next few months here. Because specifically, I was getting the month of August when I was tapping into this kind of situation pertaining to war, but I'm not seeing anything coming up showing that there is going to be a war, especially in the situation. It looks like we're moving away from a difficult time, and in the near future we have the Three of Cups and the Four of Swords here. So along with some of the advice cards, we have the Lovers and again the Four of Swords here. And when I see these cards, I keep seeing the crystal ball that I seen, and there was a big heart that I seen in it. And it's like, this is again, this Four of Swords keeps coming up as like reflecting, like we are reflecting on our true heart's desires here. We are listening to our heart and we are listening to our intuition here. This is all about us as a collective growing. We got the fertility there, but it's about new growth here, new abundance coming to the surface. I don't see things going the opposite way when it feels like there's so much progress we're making. So what I'm really getting with these is like there's certain leaderships there's certain countries that are making choices based off of their heart, based off their intuition as well. It's like it's not all, it's like moving away from that ego feeling here. It's like they're truly thinking things through. They're not acting based off of, certain hasty feelings or judgments here, because we also have the Hermit card. So this is going in reflecting. So they're reflecting on what is right rather than what seems logically correct sometimes here. So it feels like with this energy, there's going to be a lot of, let's say, like introspection or certain reflection pertaining to finances here, specifically education. I feel like the education systems are going to completely change, which is great news because they're not too great. So there's something about going within and getting inner wisdom. There's lots of personal growth here, but it's the page is a younger energy, but it's a new start here. There's a new it's like achieving success and abundance here, but taking those steps and learning from certain mistakes that maybe we've made in the past here. So this is a little bit interesting. I don't know if this is getting a little bit off topic, but I'm feeling like with this Hermit and this Page of Pentacles, I went to pick up another deck to pull some cards, and on the bottom we do have this child services, and it's like kids that have been taken, or there's like neglect, abuse. So it's almost like kids here. The Hermit is retreating, kids that have been taken. So I think there could be, maybe, let's say, I know I wasn't initially planning on intending for the month of August energies, but it's like there's certain, let's say, like the child trafficking rings and things, or abductions that have taken place that are going to, it's like there's going to be, I don't want to say justice, I mean trying to come back from that, but there's kids that are going to be found here with these energies. So we even have like they're sad, we've got hurt, upset. There's definitely a bit of a feeling of denseness with that energy, but in terms of a war breaking out, I don't see like anything about a big war breaking out here. But I want to say in the news too, or like even behind the scenes, but there's like this uprise between something to do with children here. Yeah, look at that. We've got legal issues as well. Huh, interesting. So it does look like a bit of justice in terms of if there has been a lot of children that are being found. Lots of justice happening here. We've got reflection as well. Let's take one more. And moving on. Interesting. Interesting. And we also have that on the bottom. I have fake flexing. So it's kind of that the energy of just fakeness here. So in terms of the question, you know, are we gonna see a big breakout with war? I don't see it. Persistence. So we have a shift here. We have a shift. We have contentment as well. This is take immediate action once it pops up. Of course, a lovely partnership is also in the cards. So it's again a lot about partnership and union here too. Blessing in disguise, 4444. So again, obstacles, hardship, but through these challenging times, because there is conflict here, it's like these are blessings in disguise, because there is something that is being built that's going to be much better and much stronger. So there's a message here. It says there might be some difficulties ahead, but we'll push through them. And if you've been struggling or if you've been feeling lost, there's change is going to be blowing in your favor. So some things may fall apart, but we're building sorry about that, we're building a framework for something much better. So hang in there, guys, hang in there. Interesting. All right, let's get one more oracle card. Oh, that one's falling out. Pretty much exactly what we just talked about. Don't give up. So it says it's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during hard times. So keep believing. And on the bottom we have there, you decide, and that's so true. It's like you really are deciding how to perceive your reality. So it's a really powerful time to just focus, go to that heart space, focus on the heart, and know that you're creating these experiences, and it's up to you on how you choose to react, because we can't always control everything that's happening. And that's the problem. A lot of us try to control how other people react or what other people do or other situations that are external, when it's like we need to go within and see how we're perceiving them and go from there. We need to work from that heart space and see them as happening for a positive reason. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was kind of interesting to kind of sum it up. I feel like maybe I got off track on some of the parts there, but I really am not seeing a whole lot for like a World War III breaking out. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Again, not to say that there isn't any conflict. There's definitely still some conflict and things going on. So I want you guys to stay strong, stay safe, and I hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are on your journey. And until next time, bye for now.